So you talking about things your mother could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
Why would she need to defend herself? You're not attacking her. You're stating your experience.
Feels like attacking. It feels like
Well,
tearing her down.
you're speaking for her? Hello, my little bear cubs, and welcome back to another episode of Secondhand Therapy. I need to remind you that we are not therapists.
That's right.
We are not experts.
Nope.
This is not a substitute for therapy.
Absolutely not.
And this is not professional advice.
Whew, far
in
from
any
it.
way.
No.
Wherever you're listening to this, hey, make sure you're following the thing. Give us a 5-star review. Leave a comment. I think on Spotify they have comments now.
Ooh, fancy.
Leave us a comment. You're going to hear some ads if you want to get rid of them. We have Patreon, ad-free episodes, a bunch of other stuff over there if you just can't get enough. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Hello, my little bear cubs, and welcome back.
Secondhand Therapy.
It's a little. I feel bad that I feel good about this.
Yeah.
But you are now in the situation where if you have a little tiff with your girl, you still got to come record, don't you?
Still got to go to work, dog.
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
you feeling?
Frustrated.
Yeah.
Drained.
Hey, real quick, that'll happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I always say, that'll happen. Like I'm some sort of relationship expert. I'm a fucking moron.
Yeah, it's all new, man. It's all new.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird being back in it.
Back in it.
Back in it.
Like
dog.
you got redeployed.
Exactly. Oh God.
Back in the suck.
Yeah, my girl.
Yeah.
She's a fixer.
Okay, say more.
She likes to have solutions. So it's one of those where you can't even mention anything around her because she'll fix it. And
I actually work with a guy who does that kind of thing. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
It can be frustrating.
It's very frustrating.
Yeah, you're talking about your feelings. She's like, yeah, I feel frustrated this. And they go, well, have you tried this? You're like, well, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah, I'm just like, I just need to be, and here's where I think we might disagree. Like, I just need to be in it for a minute. It's like, just let me process this. Just let me be frustrated right now. And let me think about it, feel it, and get through it. Because everything you're saying, yeah, I know. And also, I'm not ready. Either I've already made a decision or I'm not ready to make a decision yet. And so it's just throwing up. It's causing frustration in between us that doesn't need to exist.
So if you've made a decision,
Yeah.
are you still processing and you're still in it?
Even if I've made a decision, it doesn't mean that I'm over that emotion. I still could be frustrated because it was a frustrating event. Like today, what we're talking about is like, I was on the phone with customer service for 4 hours and 21 minutes.
Yeah.
That's too long.
That's a long phone call.
That's too long.
That's a very long phone call.
Yeah. And afterwards, I had made a decision. Now, am I still frustrated because I was on the phone for 4 fucking hours?
Yeah.
Yep, sure am.
Little, you're going to love this little context.
Yeah.
How long ago from now did that phone call end? Been about 4 hours?
No, 3?
3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
2.5, 3 hours, somewhere around there.
Okay.
Yeah. So, am I actively still fuming about it? No. But am I irritable right now? Am I a little bit more frustrated than I normally am? Yeah. It's still lingering because I'm like, God, what a fucking waste. Because at the end of the phone call, there is no resolve.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than putting all that time and energy into something and then being either at the same spot you were before the phone call or
Yeah.
worse than you were before the phone call.
I'd argue that's the only way a long phone call ends.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been on with customer service for 4.5 hours and had it fixed.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me something.
2 hours and 38 minutes of that phone call,
Yeah.
I was on hold.
Yeah.
Wasn't even talking to anybody.
Yeah.
Just waiting to talk to somebody.
That's frustrating?
That's very frustrating.
So, okay. Well,
Yeah.
why? Because you could just have that on speaker?
Yeah.
Doing your work?
And I did, but I think for me, it's it boils down to the disrespect. You want me to fucking wait here like an asshole? And then guess what? There's no other option.
Yeah.
So cool. There's not a better system. What are we doing here? Not only for me, but for everybody. Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Over 2 hours to talk to somebody? What are we doing? There's not an option to call me back like every other fucking customer service thing.
Well, a little more context.
Sure.
You're on the phone with the state of Nevada.
I am. I was.
I wouldn't say, maybe not customer service.
Yeah.
Could be a better system. That's true.
Yeah. It's just been, and also this is not just like a singular, this isn't just like a one-off. This has been an active, I've been trying to get health insurance. This is what we're talking about. I've been trying to get health insurance here in Nevada for a month now. It started June 1st or May 29th is when it started. So yeah. So I think that's, a little bit more context there. It just feels like, oh, I'm in the same spot I was a month ago. And all I've done is fill out paperwork, chased phone calls, and submitted things. And it's just like, and I'm still not any closer. I would argue further away. And
that's weird because I had health insurance within 3 days.
I know.
That's so odd. Are you sure? Hey, are you sure you did it right?
Hey, man.
Did you do it right?
Do you want to fight too?
Hey, real quick, did you do it right? Because mine was so quick and easy.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm not in a great mood. I'm a little frustrated.
Yeah.
I tell my girl the situation, and then she tries to fix it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Before we get to the fixing.
Yeah.
You started this by saying sometimes you just need some time to process, to be in it. Why not make sure that part is done before including your girl in it? Oh,
she called me. One, I had no plans on even talking about it. This is what we get into is there's follow-up questions. And
I'm familiar.
Yeah, even when I'm just like,
I ask a lot of questions.
I'm frustrated. I don't want to talk about this. There's still some questions and things like that. So, that's why I didn't ask for help. Didn't ask to include her in it on this one. And a lot of the times I'm not. I'm just experiencing something, and she happens to be like in the orbit, and so then she's like, I can fix it, and I'm like, I don't need you to fix it right now.
Do you hear the hypocrisy?
Of what?
Well, I think we've had a few things come up on here where I say to you, hey, well, they didn't ask for your help. And your thing is, I just want to help. Like, I see you struggle, let me just help.
Yeah.
And now it's being done to you, and you no likey.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't even know if it's the help necessarily. It is it's the like, let me process. And two, it is the it's the questions. It's the answering the questions. If I'm frustrated, or if I'm processing still, I'm not trying to hold a press conference.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to tell you the situation, and that's it. Because I know what the questions are leading up to. And even when I try to shut it down to be like, hey, this is this situation and I don't need a solution.
Is it important to you to tell the situation? Because you love a story.
Yeah, but I'm minimal with it. It's not really storytelling. It's more just like, hey, I'm frustrated and here's why. So it's just like, or I'm processing and they're asking why or this or that. And like, not just with her, but with anybody who does like the follow-up questions. Like I just want to be like, here's what's happening. And I don't want to talk about it. But yeah. So yeah, I'm not really frustrated with someone wanting to help. It's the explaining myself. I think that's more of what it is. I hate explaining myself. It's it might be a little pet peeve of mine. Because I just want to like say I just want to answer your question and that's it. And then yeah, but why did you? Hey, I answered your question.
What does it feel like when you have to explain yourself?
It's just exhausting. Yeah, it exhausts me. I'm like, well, and then I have to like talk about that, and then because it feels like it's like they don't trust me. They don't trust to know that I am making the right decision or like I'm smart enough to make the decision. God damn it.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. They're going to think I'm dumb.
Yeah. I'm like, you don't think I know what I'm doing? Hey, thought about that. Don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I thought about that. I know that is the answer. Not ready to accept that yet. And I think that's where the processing comes in. Even if I have the answer, it doesn't mean that I'm ready to pull the trigger on it or like move forward with that. I have the answer. It sucks. Not ready for it yet. So leave me alone so I can process that and come to terms with just knowing that, all right, that's the answer.
What do you gain from the space between I know what the answer is and I'm not ready to accept it? In that gap of time between knowing the answer and taking action on it, what's the advantage to you?
Two things.
Usually.
One, processing. I want that emotion to be gone so I don't have to deal with it again. Whether that is, usually it's frustration and stuff. I'm just trying to like flush it out of my system. And I don't feel like I don't do well with that, where it's just like, I'm mad. Well, I'm choosing not to be mad right now. Hey, I have to be mad for a minute. And then I can get it out of my system. Or else I'm just going to put it in my pocket. And then later, something dumb happens, something little happens, and I'm like, oh, there's that anger from earlier. Fucking take that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, just let it fucking go. Let it wash over me and let it just out. And I don't have to deal with that anger or frustration or whatever that is right now or like later. And then two, I think just clarity of decision making, right? Like sometimes, you know, you and I have talked about this. I'm a verbal processor and I do like checking in with other people just to make sure that like, am I looking at this the right way? You know what I mean? And we talk about this too with emotions and context and things like that too, where I'm like, how mad am I supposed to be with this person or this or that? Like, am I overreacting or not? Or like, is this, you know, it helps me gauge that way. So I like that a little time, even if I already have the answer, just to check in if I want to with other people or check in with myself to be like, man, that is the answer, right? Fuck. Okay. Because sometimes you're like, man, that's the fucking answer. Shit. And then you'd be talking to somebody and they're like, oh, you could have done this. And you're like, fuck, I could have. Or they're like, really? I don't think that that's like, maybe their intention was, this, or this. And you're like, oh, I thought their intention was just to fucking hurt me. And it's like, no, maybe they didn't know any, maybe they didn't have this or that. And you're like, huh, yeah, fuck, maybe I was too hard on them.
So this right here, like
Yeah.
what you would gain from talking it out,
Yeah.
you don't think you could get that from your lady?
Yes, and sometimes I do,
Mm-hmm.
but she's like you. She's ready to have a solution right now and put it in action.
Mm.
Hey, you could do this. Boom, boom, boom. I know I could be doing that right now. Just give me a second. And so, yeah, or it's more so, again, the frustration of the follow-ups. Hey, have you done, hey, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I have done this, and this is why I'm choosing not to do that. Yes, I've thought about that, and this is why I'm not doing that. It's the explaining myself that I think I get wrapped up in.
You don't find that when you're processing with other people, verbally processing, that feeling of explaining yourself isn't there?
It's more conversational. Does that make sense?
No. Are you and your girl Morse code?
It's more like a press conference.
Okay.
It's more like questioning me and not in my decisions, and less of a conversational, like, it feels more pressure.
Why do you think it feels more pressure?
I think because in her mind, I think she's already arrived at what she thinks the answer is.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think maybe she's trying to bring me around to that answer. And I'm like...
And you feel pressured by that?
Yeah, because I'm like, I already know what you're thinking, like where you're headed. But here, and then I have to explain why I'm not doing that or this or that. With other people, like my buddy in Dallas, like it's more conversational. It's more like, hey, this is what's going on. And he's like, oh man, well, hey, that happened to me, or I was thinking about that too. And this is, or whatever. It's like a more relaxed environment of like, instead of asking me to explain myself or trying to bring me around to an answer that he's arrived at, it's more just like, ah, man, that sucks. It feels more like processing than it does informational.
I know we have to take a break, but I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is it possible that it's less scary to be seen as dumb in front of people that you're not newly dating? And maybe that's why it feels like a lot of pressure. We'll be right back.
Hey guys, you're about to hear a bunch of ads. And hey, that's not our fault. That's your fault. Kind of. Because you're not on Patreon. And if you're on Patreon right now, you wouldn't even be hearing this ad.
Dude, we got a text.
Yeah?
I think his name was Matt. Matt, if you hear this, he's like, hey, I haven't gone to Patreon because I actually kind of like your guys' bantering on the ads. And he goes, I really think you should just throw the ads in. He's like, because once I hear the break, I just fast forward the ads until I hear you guys talking again. He's like, I think you got to be more. I was like, so you want us to be a menace with the ads? He goes, I think you should.
Oh, wow.
So if we start terrorizing you with ads again, thank Matt.
Thank Matt. Or you can avoid that and head on over to Patreon
and support the podcast.
And you can listen to ad-free episodes plus
early
entirely different podcast that's not about therapy.
We're branching out. I'm going to do a solo podcast.
That's true.
It's not going to be on Patreon, but it's going to be...
but it's just going to be out there.
It's just going to be out there in the world. You're going to see how fucking dumb I am in real time.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Anyways, head on over to Patreon. We love you. Thanks for listening.
Bitch. Do you have a response to my question?
Yeah, I do. And no. I'm sticking with my...
It's impossible that could be what's happening.
I don't think it's impossible. What I'm saying is it definitely feels more conversational, more relaxed with others. Even I feel the press conference sometimes
Mm-hmm.
with you.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your girl is me
Yeah.
with a vagina, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
But and I've known you a long time, so
Mhm.
that's why that doesn't make
You
sense. I
feel
think
pressure from me.
it's a personality thing. Oh yeah.
Why?
What we've talked about
What the?
this.
Okay. You're right. We have. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you give a fuck what I say ever.
Because,
Why would anybody care?
because you're so confident with it. You deliver it
Yeah.
with such confidence that it's like, oh, this has to be the answer. There is no other answer.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
And I know how ego driven this is going to sound, but it's a genuine question.
Yeah.
Am I usually right or usually wrong?
Usually right.
That's why I have the confidence.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying
I'm not
that
actually sorry.
that is yeah, that's what's going on. It's not a me look dumb in front of new girl.
Mm.
It's you want me to arrive at the answer that you've thought of
Mm-hmm.
because you feel like this is the right answer.
It's not a feeling. Speaking for me, it's not a feeling. It's a logical boil down of deduction and common sense.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, well, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm usually right. So, weird.
It is weird.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
What if you just learn to trust your own instincts? Do you think the buffer zone of knowing the decision and acting on it would still be there if you were able to trust your own instincts and get a little confidence in your decision making?
Probably. Because it's not always a confidence thing. It is sometimes just needing some space to process. I know you don't understand that. It's just so weird to me that like
Yeah, I don't understand what the advantage. Like, what do you gain from it? It's because it's
clarity for me.
Yeah, but you already know the decision.
Sometimes.
Right. So you're saying I already know that, yes, obviously that's what I want to do. I'm not ready to act on it. I'm not ready to accept it.
Yeah.
So processing what it sounds like to me,
Yeah,
is I want to feel like shit a little longer.
Yeah.
Because what is the other advantage? Clarity?
Because
Well, you already made this. You already know the decision.
No, but also because I don't want to carry that emotion with me.
Hey, let it go.
Yeah, hey man, I just can't turn that off.
Hold on. Do you think it would be easier to let it go if you enact the decision sooner?
No, I still feel like because I've had to do that where you've had to like make a quick decision, like fuck, okay, here it is. I still have that feeling lingering afterwards of being like, fuck, god damn it, dude, fuck, and you're like,
yeah. What if you just trusted yourself?
Even in those moments, things can still affect you emotionally.
Sure.
And I want to process that emotion so I don't carry it with me. I just can't turn emotions on and off like that. I just can't be like, I'm very frustrated right now, but I made a decision, turning it off. Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you? No, I need buffer time to really process that frustration and get it out of my system.
Do you need it, or is that just the way you're used to doing it?
Need it.
Okay.
Yeah, because again, then what happens is it's been 3 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just can't turn that off. And I thought I was over it.
Mm-hmm.
And then got into another conversation and that frustration started to build again. And I was still carrying it with me because it's carrying over from earlier to now. And I'm like, well, fuck, that's not what I want to do. And now I'm in a thing with somebody I don't want to be in a thing with.
Yeah.
So if I had a little bit more time and space to process that, then it wouldn't carry over, and then I could not be in a thing with a person I don't want to be in a thing with.
Well, you're in a thing right now because I'm going to ask you to explain something.
Oh, buddy. Can't wait.
Even tonight, you said, I thought I was over it.
Yeah.
And then you said, if I had more time, I would have been over it.
Yeah.
But you thought you were over it.
Yeah. And then, it's like that old Scarface thing. I thought I was out and they pulled me back in. It was talking about the situation and having to explain myself and doing whatever. That frustration was still the baseline there. You've never had that where you thought you were an over emotion and then somebody brings that and you're like, fuck, it's still there a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's not usually with like, I don't know, frustration over a task.
Yeah.
It's usually like if somebody brings up, my last partner, I haven't talked about that in a while. I'd be like, oh, haven't talked about that in a while. So it feels heavy.
Yeah.
But no, little like task things.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good. Like when we were moving and the house we currently live in, we got it and we lost it and we got it and we lost it.
Yeah.
It was very dramatic. Mm-hmm. And the first time we lost it, I did notice myself throughout the day being like, damn, it sucks we missed on that house.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah.
I know it sucks. It's a great house. We
Yeah.
lost it. And I'm just like, man, I can't shake it. I feel real let down. I really had my hopes on that one. And then I'm just like,
yeah,
well, it sucks. Sometimes things don't work out.
Two things.
Yeah.
I think one of them is the difference between you and I with just feeling emotions in general. You feel big things. I feel everything. And so you're saying that like, well, yeah, these tasks don't affect me. Well, yeah, but like talking about your ex or something like that would, because it's a big feeling. But these little feelings like a long, frustrating phone call or this or that, or a task you don't want to do, you're like, sucks, I'll do it. These are things that wouldn't be on your radar because they're not big enough.
No, they're on my radar.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like what I'm saying with the way I feel everything about being like, yeah, man, that phone call fucked with me. It wouldn't fuck with you.
I would be frustrated.
Yes.
But that frustration wouldn't take over.
Wouldn't carry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, because it's not big enough to carry.
I don't let it be big enough.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, I could be on hold for 2 hours. I could for sure let that ruin my day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I used to be that guy.
Yeah.
Where something like that, I would be fuming for hours.
Yeah.
What does that do for me?
Yeah.
So I've learned like, sometimes you're on hold for a while. That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's just, that's a fact of life. And, and it's, you and I kind of talk about this a lot, and it's come up on here. You and I, we look at things so differently. Like, I have a very clear, I don't know, I don't want to say understanding, but I guess a very clear idea that you're not supposed to feel good in life all the time.
Yeah.
That's not real. That's not what it's supposed to be. And so when, little things happen, I'm just like, yeah, that's part of the process. That fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And then the little moments of joy, I'm like, nice, there it is. And I think you and I even approach therapy differently and growth, in that I think the way it comes across to me sometimes, and I don't know that you'll agree with this, is that my approach and a lot of the things that I would consider moments of growth in therapy is building resistance. Whereas what I hear a lot from you is the idea of growth is giving yourself grace. And while I think both are important, the world is a real shitty place. And there's a lot of good people in it, and there's a lot of bad people in it. and there's a lot of feelings and a lot of events. And I do think it is important to build up resistance and resilience to your own emotions, your own traits.
Yeah.
And because I do look at that is a way of healing. Like there are things in life that you're going to heal from, not because they don't hurt anymore, but because you're allowed to reflect and talk about them without it crippling you again. Because you've built up resistance and resilience to it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think a lot of your focus is giving yourself grace, and which is great. I just don't, that's not what I'm aiming for.
Yeah. I think part of that is my all or nothing thinking coming in handy or coming into play, because it's like I have to allow myself that grace, because if I'm not all the way healed, I'm all the way fucked. And
this is exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly. And it's hard for me to then build up that resistance and what you're talking about, that resilience. Yeah, because if I don't have that grace and I'm not perfect, then I fail. And so,
why is failure so bad?
I don't know. Ask my mother.
That's another one of those things where I'm just like, yeah, failure is a part of life.
Yeah.
Like there is fucking no one that has succeeded at everything.
Yeah.
You're not always going to get the job you interview for. You're not always going to hit the weight loss goal. You're not always going to have the car you wanted by the day. Dude, life is mostly failure.
Yeah.
It is what it is. That's growth.
That's so crazy. It's just been ingrained in me the opposite. You have to.
That's where the resistance and the resilience comes in.
Yeah, I know. But again, it's not a switch.
I know.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about when you talk about your ADHD shutdowns.
Yeah.
And the way you describe it is like, I just can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I am always saying, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
And you have proven to yourself over and over and over and over that you can lay in bed and talk yourself out of doing the thing.
Yeah.
You've proven that to yourself over and over. You have to prove yourself the other way. Because it's not a feeling. You're saying, I can't do it. Yeah. Oh, you physically can't stand up? Yes, you can. Stand up. Whoa. Okay. You physically can't go downstairs? Yes, you can. Go downstairs. Break it up into steps.
Yeah.
And like that's how you build the resilience and the resistance. But you've proven yourself the other way works. And if you give yourself the grace, it's okay. Even though you hate yourself after.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to the thing we've talked about a lot, and that you don't like to do the hard thing. And I watch it, and I hurt because I know you can. And you're just so fucking afraid of failing, and I don't get it, man. Have we gone too far? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, are you lying to both of us or just yourself? Need a break?
Yeah.
Okay. Take a break. We'll be right back, guys. Hello, little bear cubs, and welcome back to commercial break number 2. Now, did I say welcome back? Yes. Do I know why? No. If you'd like to support the pod, you can do so. Patreon. You can get ad-free episodes. You can get your episodes early. And if you're just craving a little more, there's a whole other slew of shit you can get on Patreon. We also have merch available. Secondhandtherapypod.com. We just redid the emotional support hoodies in a much more lightweight, less fleecy hoodie so you can wear them in the summer. I wanted to wear mine the other day and it was too hot, and I was like, well, we got to fix this. So we now have summer hoodies for emotional support hoodies. Secondhandtherapypod.com, Patreon. Thank you. Here are some ads. You look rough, dude. What happened?
2 things.
I love when you can come with a bit. That's great. Yeah.
I'm really trying to ask myself, I don't want to react. I want to actually process.
Okay. Process what?
Because my reaction is that you don't understand the shutdown, and you look at it from, it's frustrating in the ways that sometimes that you look at it, of just like you said, like, it makes me feel like it's not real. And the reaction in me is just like the anger and frustration. Like, you don't fucking get it. You don't know the feeling. You don't understand it. And it's very similar. The way I can describe it is like, the shutdown is very similar to a depression.
Do you think I have experience with depression?
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to compare it to, is like that depression shutdown of like, you're like, you can get out of bed, you can do that, like, sure, sometimes, yeah, absolutely. And that's what I'm trying to process, is how true this statement is, and am I pushing myself? And no, not every time. I'm not pushing myself to the limit, or being like, doing the hard thing about being like, no, fucking do it. Like, and am I doing it sometimes? Yes. Am I doing it every time? No. But to write it off as if it's not a real thing is frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't write it off as not a real thing. What I'm talking about is, I know you are able to do the things, and I think you've proven to yourself that not doing them is easier.
Yeah, and I've agreed that, like, that is the case.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not real.
Sometimes.
I'm not saying it's not real.
Would you agree that sometimes it is real, and that I can't do the thing?
Sure.
Okay. I think that's where the frustration is, just to be kind of written off as like,
you're not being written off.
That's not real. And I'm like,
not once did I say it's not real.
It is sometimes.
I understand.
Sometimes I could be pushing myself. Are you hearing
what I'm saying?
Yes.
It sounds like you've gone into very much a victim mode, and I'm not saying it's not real. I never said it's not real. And it seems like you just want to put your head down and...
No, I just want to clarify.
You did it.
Okay. 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, being raised the opposite way. That programming is hard to unprogram. Like, we've talked about it a little bit before, but like, my mother was so afraid of looking less than that failure, I don't know how to be okay with others observing failure, because we just weren't allowed to look less than.
Less than what?
Less than perfect. My mother was so afraid of other people's judgment and view of our family and how we lived and all these things that, like, presentation was everything. The actual substance didn't matter. It was presentation. And I don't know how to deprogram that.
What have you tried?
I haven't really. I don't know even where to start with that. It's just never been okay to be anything less than presentable on any level.
Okay. So, do you have interest in focusing on the substance instead of the presentation?
Yeah, and that's what I feel like I don't know. I haven't really thought about that.
What?
It hasn't come up.
What? I don't understand what you're saying. What hasn't come up? What haven't you thought about?
Like, you're asking me, what am I doing to fix it? I'm like, I didn't even know it needed to be fixed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we've talked about it a couple times, but like, it's been recently, and it's like, I didn't know that was like the thing, like the presentation and the failure and like all that stuff. I didn't know that that's like it. And so nothing. I don't know where to begin with that. I don't know, like, what do you fuck up on purpose? Be okay with fucking up when it happens? Like, I don't know.
You tried either one?
Again, this is new. No, I don't know.
Well, try it. See what happens.
Yeah, how do you not? I think this goes back into what we've talked about in different ways, which is like the way other people observe you and how you're like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I'm like, how do you not give a shit? Like, that's wild to me.
Well, you only give a shit sometimes. Sometimes you don't give a shit. Or you say you don't. It depends on who it is. It depends on what's happening. I truly think it's about how uncomfortable you are. If you want to face how you actually feel about it or not.
Yeah.
And it goes back to something we've talked about a lot, is you never learned how to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think and I'm not saying this is right. My thought is, I think as soon as you feel shame, you justify it as to why it's okay. Whatever happened. I also have a lot of thoughts if you're interested in what you're saying about your mom and presentation and all that.
Sure.
Okay. Well, what was the pressure? It was to be presentable to the world, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it actually was, or did you just have to be presentable to mom so she thought you were presentable to the world?
It's definitely be presentable to the world.
Okay. So when you're out strip clubs, knocking over mailboxes, skipping class, your mom's fine with all that.
Probably not.
How do you not know?
She either didn't know or, yeah, she didn't know.
Right. So what I'm getting at is I don't think it was ever about the world. I think it was about your mom.
Yeah.
And this is hard for me to say, and I think it's going to be hard for you to hear.
Great.
I don't have to say it.
Yeah, I mean, we're here.
I think it was all for your mother's approval,
Mm-hmm.
and she's been dead almost 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
What are you still fighting for? You don't have to live for her anymore. And I know you think that if you were to try to live life on your own terms, that you would be betraying and hurting her and abandoning her. That's not true. That's what she wanted you to feel.
Where's the overlap of living for her and just being raised a certain way or taught certain things? Behavior.
Well, I don't know. I think you just have to be honest with yourself. And you've said a lot of times that it was all for her, everything was for her.
Yeah.
And I think this maybe, I'm not saying it is, could be one of those moments where you feel very uncomfortable and you're going to try to justify it a little bit.
No, I'm genuinely curious about like how do we I'm not just talking about me, I'm talking about everybody. Like how
Yeah.
do we separate the way we were taught how to behave versus something like you're saying, like because it's kind of the same thing but it's different, you know what I mean?
No,
Like
say
I'm
more.
being taught to live in a way that's acceptable for her, so I'm like living for her in those
Mm.
ways, right? Because like these are the rules, this is what mom likes, so if I want mom to be happy with me, this is the way that I have to behave. That's one thing. But then there's the other side of things, which is, I feel like, the more normal side of things, which is just like the life lessons and teachings and stuff that you get taught from your parents that get passed down to you, right? About being like, oh, well, I'm just using as an example, like you always hold the door open for old people or do whatever. Like these are the behaviors that you get passed down from you just from generations. So, like,
Mhm.
where is that line in the smoke of life and like trying to dissect what is real and what is catered for her?
I think you're the only one who can answer that. Only you know the motivations of why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You just have to be okay being honest with yourself. You know what you're doing because it's right, and you know what you're doing because you're doing it for approval and validation. You know those things.
Yeah. I was just trying to think of moving forward, then like asking myself, like, is this for her or is this for me?
With regards to what?
Just everything.
Well, if you don't know the answer to that, I think that says a lot. You talked before on here about the family curse.
Mm. Yeah.
I think another way of phrasing that as generational trauma.
Yeah.
And I mean this in all sincerity. How do you expect to escape the family curse and break the generational trauma if you're still honoring the generation?
Yeah.
We're going to take our last break, and we'll be right back. Hello, little bear cubs. It's the final commercial break of this episode that I think we can't wait to be over. Oh, he laughed. Hey, go to Patreon. Hey, we got merch. If you want to contact us, it's all in the episode description. We have a phone number if you want to call or text. We have an email if you want to reach out. We also have a P.O. box. All the info below the episode here. Reach out. We love to hear from you. Matt, we're gonna get weird on these ads, dude. We're gonna get there. I promise. Here are some ads. How are you feeling? Happy?
Oh, God.
What's going on? Am I being too hard on you?
No, it's just heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. How you feeling?
Heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. I don't know how to live any other way besides it being for her.
When you look at it, what does it feel like realizing that your life, that you were programmed or raised to live for her?
It's always felt like love.
From her?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's always just felt like just love.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know, man. I've never been a mother. I'm never going to be a mother. I'm never going to be a father.
Yeah.
But you know, I've heard people with kids say that kids are going to rip your heart out.
Yeah.
And I think that's really true, you know. I look back on my childhood and I idolized my mom until I didn't. And I saw a thing the other day, I don't know if it's true, that really you get 10 years. The first 10 years of your kid's life, they're going to think you're the fucking shit. You're Superman, you're Superwoman.
Yeah.
And after that, their brain changes, they grow up, they make friends, they're out of the house. You only get that finite amount of time with them where they look at you a certain way. And I do think that's got to be heartbreaking for a parent. And I understand why you would raise your kids in a way that maybe not consciously, but subconsciously, that a lot of things you're doing is because you don't ever want them to abandon you.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, people need freedom. And you're never going to be able to control your kids.
Yeah.
And you're never going to be able to control your parents. And it's hard. It's a hard thing to face when you see your parents as flawed.
Yeah. I think there's another layer to it. When they're dead,
Tell me.
there's just guilt.
What do you feel guilty about? Do you know?
Speaking ill of the dead. So if you
Mm.
look at them in a different way than, because again, yeah, they're not here to defend themselves. They're not here to answer for their actions. They're not here to explain themselves. There is no more context. You have everything that you will have for the rest of your life.
Do you?
And I
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
You think you should be open in that conversation?
absolutely.
Negative feedback?
Yeah, I think that
Wow.
my mother and I had hard conversations all the time, real conversations
About her damaging you?
No, I didn't know that at the time.
Mm.
Just about life
Mm.
and problems that would arise and this and that. And
Your mom handled criticism well?
I don't know. There wasn't a lot of personal criticism happening.
That's rude. Probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went down this road a little bit. We talked a little bit about it with the dad stuff. Yeah, just like I have all the context I will have of my father.
Mm.
And so I just have to be okay with not knowing a lot of things and not having answers and things like that. And so
Why do you have to be okay with it?
what else am I going to do? Carry the frustration or anger with me or something like that? No, I have to.
Oh, I always kind of think you can accept something and at the same time not be okay with it.
Yeah. I guess maybe I was just talking more about acceptance than the actual feeling of like,
Got it.
yeah. Sorry.
Hey, I know what you meant.
Hey, I thought you knew what I meant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that goes into what we're talking about now with my mother and feeling and just well, it was just dead parents in general, right? Like it just like yeah, they're just not here to defend themselves, so it feels a lot like bashing them.
So you talking about things your mother could have done better.
Mm-hmm.
Why would she need to defend herself? You're not attacking her. You're stating your experience.
Feels like attacking. It feels like
What?
tearing her down.
You're speaking for her?
I would feel that way if
Yeah.
yeah,
I wouldn't. People are different.
yeah.
When do you think you learned that speaking about your own experience, if it could possibly reflect negatively on somebody else, that is an attack?
Probably pretty young. Because that goes into acceptance.
How so?
Because if you're come off as attacking people, then you're a dick and nobody's going to want to hang out with you.
Mm.
So don't criticize other people. Just shut the fuck up and take your lumps.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's such an odd. I mean, I know it's very common, but it's just an odd thing that so many people are raised, probably myself included. Yeah, that everybody else gets to tell you what you are.
Yeah.
Like, if you do this, you're a dick. If you do this, you're rude. If you do this, like, what?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Like, that's not real.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had that. For me, it feels like a rebel spirit. I feel like, yeah, I don't
Jesus.
give a shit. Like, oh God, I wish I had.
It's just unattainable dream, huh?
It's courtesy is such a disease.
What is courteous about making yourself miserable so other people think highly of you? Why is that courteous?
You're not making any waves. You're not shaking any. You're not rocking any boats. You're not making any waves. You're just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's hard to make waves when you're fucking drowning, huh?